Traders, welcome back to another price action training lesson. We're looking at S&P 500 and minis. The structure of the market is indicating very slight bearish bias, and now that I've identified the structure, my goal as a trader is to locate the correct channel. And we have very long and tight leg working lower, break, move to an extreme, new low was tested, and now the downtrend played out and we can have stronger correction in the opposite direction. For this reason, we're going to draw uptrend a bit wider because we're not expecting this uptrend to be part of the downtrend as a correction. We're expecting it to be a brand new trend on its own, and you can see there's a second swing extremely early after the new low, allowing us to draw wider channel, and it fits perfectly. Now you can ask, can I draw some wider channel, something like this? And this is not really correct because trends should be consistent series of low highs and low lows. This resembles mainly only one very deep leg working lower, and notice this is the line where the session started. And when you see this low amount of bars at the beginning of the session, it is always better off to follow just short-term channels because trends, the bigger trends, they need a bit more price action to develop. So we're going to follow the tight short-term channels, very typical at the beginning of the session. So market created a break and moved to a new extreme. So this is a break new high. What I can do, I can measure the first leg, copy it, project it, and to see, use the measured move price action tool to see what is the approximate target for the bulls. Somewhere around this area. And now we have triple test. So what I would like to see, because we traded down and there's slight bearish bias, is I want to see some push below EMA, confirmation that the bearish bias is going to resume to negate any wider uptrend alternative, and I want to see some lower high confirmation setup or failed second entry long. Now that is formed, market continued to work lower, and notice I'm already drawing the short-term channels. My goal as a price action trader is basically to find candles or series of candles and never let them be alone on the chart. I always want to have these candles contained by a channel, some sort. Price action is correcting. So at this point I'm expecting a new low. This is the lowest low of this push down. So I'm expecting second entry short. So I'm going to look for breaks below bars lows. First attempt to sell, pull back, and I get a second entry short at the EMA. There is no second entry short at the EMA. Market already created a break, new extreme, and EMA is flattening. So as you can see, what I can do, I can already start to anticipate possible trend range because we have moved down, move up, move down, move up. So this is starting to resemble possible trend range. So once again, I'm going to be locating my uptrend, and then my goal as a price action trade, of course, is to locate a structure and make sure everything aligns. Okay, I want to follow the rules. I don't want to be guessing, taking trades that don't really follow my plan. Now we have small little overshoot, not that important, it is just a small overshoot, but it is there. I'm going to redraw the downtrend working lower. You have a second entry long. What do you think? Can it go long? Not only you have overshoot and the downtrend in play, more importantly, flat EMA is indicating trend range. We have consistent price swings up and down. I cannot go long directly into these highs, okay? Because I cannot go long into the top of the trend range, regardless, this tiny leg needs to get new high. Okay, and it's not for the EMA with the body, so I'm going to wait. At the same time, I cannot take a full second entry long above EMA because this was quite a strong bullish push working higher. So this is area of development. I cannot sell above EMA once we don't have a retest of this high. At the same time, I cannot go long, so I'm just going to be waiting. Now we have lower high, high low confirmation setup, which is tempting, but notice 8 bars stacked right next to each other. Once again, I don't want to go long into these highs. Okay, it worked in hindsight, but when you're watching this live, I mean, you gotta be careful. You want to respect the rules, and you kind of want to go long right into these highs, especially if it's so stacked. At least if it wasn't so congested, if it was, you know, clear. But I don't think we can go long directly into these highs because I don't know if there's going to be a little pullback. Feels a bit more aggressive. But the bullish momentum is definitely picking up. You can see the trend range didn't really hold for a long time, so the bullish momentum is quite strong. We have a break in new high. I'm gonna measure the first leg. What is the possible target for prices? So you can see as a price action trader, look for 2-legged pullbacks. Okay, you're not going to argue with this because let's say there's a first leg down here, second leg is much shorter, but once you retrace too much, okay, adapt. You're no longer expecting the second leg because the price action clearly told you, okay, there was breaking new extreme, and you no longer need to be married to the idea to get the second leg that is much longer. So adapt. So this is the target for bulls to reach. So we're going to use pure price action trying to predict this. I cannot sell because the trend range wasn't really that confirmed. You can see the fact that we blast through this resistance is a good sign that, you know, this is way more bullish than expected. I would need some push below EMA, at least lower high or failed second entry long. Okay, the bulls reached the measured move. This is good. We're actually breaking below EMA. And now it's starting to be a little bit confusing because it was a little bit too bullish. Now it's reversing down. So I can sell if I get a failed second entry long below EMA reversal pattern, because I definitely cannot sell horrible bar like this. This is a bullish bar. Okay, so I cannot take anything. And we're back above EMA. This is a new high. I'm going to reset the count. And now I'm looking for first entry long. Okay, so I need to see break above the bar high. So no break here, no break here, no break here. First entry long failure. Second entry long failure, but it's above EMA. Remember, if I want to predict reversal pattern, if I want to predict the bearish reversal down, change the trajectory of the market from bullish to bearish, I need to see reversal pattern below EMA. The fact that you push above EMA adds confusion. Why is this key level holding so strongly? So once again, no man's land, area of indecision. I have conflicting variables, and if I have conflicting variables, that means I would be guessing, and I'm not really interested doing this. I'm going to be waiting a little bit longer. It was tempting to look for a wider downtrend like this, but I need to make sure we're going to have stronger push down to confirm it. Notice we have a first entry short and we're back above EMA. So the downtrend is not confirmed. We're working higher again, quite significantly. In fact, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a wider uptrend working higher like this. So now the failed second entry short would make sense. The downtrend played out with the break, move to new extreme, lowest low, first entry short, second entry short failure, but it needs to form at the EMA. This is way too far from the EMA. I cannot go long here. And once again, you can see I'm trying to always follow these short-term channels. Okay, we have a new high, first entry long, pull back. So now that I'm watching this, I'm thinking about possible second entry long. There's also some support forming. New high, first entry long. If there would be second entry long, I could be interested because we're gonna need new high for this uptrend, but it needs to form good. And of course, second entry long triggered above bearish bar below EMA. I cannot go long here. It's getting a little bit too stacked. There is no setup here. We're below EMA, too much congestion. Remember, you can see the bias is very unclear. It's sideways. It's looking like there's a brand new trend range being developed at the top. We had smaller range here. We broke higher. EMA is flattening and we have move up, move down, move up, move down. So you can start to once again hint there is some potential two-tier trend range being formed, another variation of a trend range. So definitely no bias and it's not easy to trade. So make sure you don't get chopped in a congestion like this. You can see horrible congestion. I'm not even touching this. You have a break and new extreme. Okay, and I can definitely see that we have some trend range. Something like this. So this is important. Why is this important? Well, because now that this trend range is getting confirmed at the top, I can apply in price action trend range rules. Meaning, I want to buy low, sell high, and fade the breakout. And I'm going to be following trend line rule, of course, but in trend ranges, especially tight range like this, which is basically 6 points, 5 points, I need to draw the channels tight, no broad and wide channels. So we have a new high, first entry long. What am I thinking about? Second entry long, somewhere around these lows, that would be ideal. We have a second entry long, but notice the signal bar that had a trigger for second entry long, new high, first entry long, second entry long was bearish bar. I cannot go on above bearish bar. And the opportunity for me to use double bar entry is bad tail again. So context is good for second entry long, but I need much better bar. And especially if you have matching highs here, there's a chance there's a slightly wider downtrend like this. You definitely need to see better signal bar if there's a little confusion like this. But because the range is so tight, I wasn't really worried about this secondary channel like this, because when the range is 5 points, you know, you're really trying to predict the short-term channels, but the signal bar is just horrible here. So great context, bad signal bar. Now we have high-low confirmation setup of the second entry long, but it kind of just hangs there. It's not above EMA, not at the key level. You know, I feel it's a bit more aggressive because the second entry long itself was a little bit weak. It is not a bad setup. Definitely, you're thinking the process is correct. Buy low, sell high. Just would have been better had it formed a little bit lower, so we're closer to the bottom. But decent setup feels just a little bit more aggressive. So I'm thinking about failed second entry short above EMA. New low, first entry short, second entry short failure. Of course, I cannot go long once again above bearish bar. and then there is this horrible bar, so there is not going to be any good failed second entry short, and indeed we're breaking lower. So now I'm a little bit worried. Hold on, why are we continuing to trade below EMA? So there's a big chance right now that there's a little bit broader channel just tightly. This one, meaning they're matching highs, so we started a little bit lower again. So right now we expect retest most likely. Okay, double bottom here, but notice the body is far from the ski level. We're not fully testing the new extreme. I cannot go long just yet. New high, first entry long, big bar, massive gap, EMA tail trap. So far from this support, you can see I can also move it a little bit lower. So definitely cannot go long just yet, but I'm thinking about possible another similar scenario like this, second entry long. Okay, now we have a new high, first entry long, second entry long, and this downtrend played out with the break. Move to a new extreme. Let me measure the first leg. Okay, we didn't fully reach it, but close is close enough. You never can really rely on it to be absolutely perfect. So this is decent second entry long. We're buying the bottom. You're going to wait for trigger above this bar, drop your limit order to close, and put your stop loss one tick below the signal bar. This was a quick, easy scalp. Work exactly for 9 ticks. So we scalp for 8. And by the way, when the price action is this low, the market is extremely slow. Bars are choppy. I'm even scalping 6 ticks because it is just so slow. You can see the range is only 5 points big. So this is extremely low value market. So small scalp can be considered. Market created another push down. The second leg was fully tested, and notice gigantic bullish bar. So if I'm going to zoom back and I'm going to analyze the structure, which structure are we playing? Flat EMA, consistent price swings up and down, very consistent. Broad two-leg pullbacks. We're not drawing any wider channels. The downtrend played out with the break, moved to a new extreme second leg, and this is a failed breakout out of the trend ranges. Most breakouts will fail because all of these weak sellers, they're going to be waiting for the momentum because they can't handle this. Finally, they see gigantic bearish bar breaking lower, and all the strategies on the internet are teaching, okay, you have to buy with the breakout, buy with the momentum, and they all start selling. But this was a healthy trend range, and also we traded up. So this is the failed breakout. You want to take the other side of the orders. 8 or 9 times out of 10, the breakout is going to fail out of the trend range. Great signal bar. You're far from the EMA. This is gorgeous failed breakout. Smart bulls are buying here. And now we have similar what we had here. Here we confirmed high low of the second entry long, but now we're confirming high low of the failed breakout. And the scenario is a little bit better because we have broad two-leg pullback. So this is another great setup. High low confirming the failed breakout situation. I'm going to redraw uptrend working higher. Okay, there is no failed second entry short. By the time we get a failed second entry short, it already moved quite far up. I don't think we can go long here because, you know, let me see. I think it's just a little bit too far from the count reset point for first entry short, second entry short failure. You kind of prefer it to form somewhere around here, not in the middle of the trend range like this. And we can see that there's a little spike and a channel pattern working higher, so I'm going to draw it. Now, we traded up into this, so I'm not really thinking about selling just yet, but at the same time, this was extremely long and healthy trend range. Entire day today, basically 4 or 5 hours, we've been stuck in trend range. So I'm not expecting bullish continuation, but notice the difference in the behavior. You can see we are struggling to break below EMA. There are series of high lows. There's empty room here, just one steep leg working high. You can see how here all the time we're up and down through the EMA. Here the pullbacks are so minimal they can't even break the EMA, and this is important. This means I cannot really be fading the breakout just yet. Okay, we have a break in new high, so now you may wonder, hold on, can we fade the breakout? Well, given the fact that we traded into this, and given the fact you can see so much rejection here, it doesn't look as healthy. I really think this is way too aggressive. Now, the range was so strong, it still worked. So you can see the range rules are really kicking in because just all the bulls once again will start buying here when you're supposed to be selling, breaking new high. But because of the structure difference, I don't think we can sell. I really think we need to get failed second entry long below EMA, reversal pattern, new high, first entry long, second entry long failure. Can we get it? No reversal pattern. Micro double bottom resets the count. I'm expecting second entry short at the EMA. Okay, now I'm going to move it a little bit lower because the trend range expand it a little bit. Let me see. I'm gonna put it somewhere around here. So because the downtrend is still in play, I'm expecting second entry short, okay? Because I'm still following the trend line rule, I still expect new low for this downtrend. But because we have an uptrend working higher and we bounce off the support, I want some cleaner setup, definitely letting this correction play out. So we have a first entry short, pullback. Had there been some little pullback and second entry short here, attempting to create new high, I would consider. That never formed, we broke higher. So we have a new high here. We have a second entry short here, but we are just hanging there in the middle of no man's land. You know, can't really go short here. I need to see push below EMA and a lower high confirmation setup. Great, I want to see a lower high, confirming the visual second entry short. Trendline rule says we need to get new low. It never formed, now it's getting way too late. Another extremely slow trading day. You can see very low amount of bars. So definitely once again need to be extremely patient. It is frustrating to sit here a long time and the setups are not forming. So definitely make sure you're taking regular breaks. You're taking a walk around the office. So you make sure you're not staring at the screen the whole time. As traders, we must follow the rules. We must follow our plan and just wait for the price action to pick up a little bit. So I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you had a decent trading day and I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.